Lucky bastard.
Literally, I've been, like, for the past few days, I've been having it, like, sitting on my desk. And, like, I tried out my PlayStation 3 on it, and just been recording stuff with my PS4, and it's fucking so amazing.
Yeah.
Can't wait till the PC gets here, and then I can, like,
That'll be
take
awesome.
full advantage of it.
Oh, yeah. Well, guys, as you have already heard, Marvel is going to take full advantage of a PC, so I'm going to have to call child services on him. But I hope everybody's doing good. Welcome back to another episode of Intensive Treatment. This is just kind of a chill little hangout. I'm live streaming this. We just got done recording an episode on Suicide Squad, and we thought it's only fitting to talk about another AAA DC game that's coming out this year, not being delayed like a scrub, and that is Gotham Knights. And it's even more fitting because we just got some more gameplay footage this morning of Red Hood and Nightwing. So I'm playing as Nightwing on my Arkham City save, and Marvel's playing as Robin.
Also on Arkham City.
Also on Arkham City. Even though Robin's bad in all Arkham games, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You're just like, I'll think about it for a second, and then you're like, nah, I'm not giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Fuck that.
But we're just gonna kind of give our thoughts on Gotham Knights and some concerns that we have with the game. I know Marvel has a few things to say, as do I, but do you want to kind of start off, because I know you had some stuff on your mind earlier today.
So, as mentioned, the gameplay demo came out today for both Nightwing and Red Hood, I believe, and I watched it a couple times just to kind of get my thoughts straight about it, because I know that you guys were happy with the result, which is great. And but like, there were some things about not only the demo that bugged me, but also just like the information that came out surrounding it, like for pre-order, and also like a few other things that bugged me. I'm gonna start with some minor stuff, more particularly about the demo that bugged me. It was more so on the gameplay, which looks fine. Like, it's relatively similar to the Arkham combat and stuff, but it, like, even just looking at it, it felt really clunky. Like
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think, well, tell me if you noticed this, but there was a specific part that really bugged me, was when Red Hood was fighting the big Talon, and when he activated like that ability where it turned everything red around him, the game kind of felt a little laggy. It looked a little slow, and it felt like the frame rate dropped a little bit. Maybe that was only me, but I definitely know something was up there.
Sorry, the thing cut out my internet, so could you repeat that?
Yeah. No, I said, I don't know if it was just me, but there's a specific part that really came to mind, and it was when Red Hood is fighting the big Talon in the Court of Owls kind of little lair thing.
Yeah.
And when he activated that ability that turned everything red around him, the game, it felt like the frame rate dropped, and it was just felt a little laggy and more clunky. And it was really annoying to see that. This game has been in development for so long, and I get they're still using that like work in progress thing, but it's like, this has been in development since 2019 at this point, probably.
Yeah, and it's coming out really soon.
Right, like there's no room for things like this to happen, because I don't want to have 60 million patch updates to be done when this game comes out.
Yeah.
But there was a couple spots that just looked a little slow. I agree with you, but that particular spot just popped out. But you can continue.
That bugged me. Like, another one that bugged me too was right near the beginning, where it was both Nightwing and Red Hood fighting on the rooftop, and Red Hood is having the struggle of his life trying to take down this big burly dude. And I'm like, this is the fucking Bat family. You were trained by Batman, so you should be like relatively easy to take this guy out. So
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, I'm sure by the time the game comes out, it'll be a little bit more refined, but my current stance on it is that it's just Arkham combat, but kind of worse.
Yeah.
So that's my main takeaway from it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, but another thing that really bugged me was, like, especially with the Court of Owls, with him fighting the Talon near the end, it really bugged me that the guy playing was, like, he was getting hit a lot.
Oh yeah, I know.
Like he didn't know how to really play all that well.
I think that was a part of. Yeah, I think that was a part of why the gameplay footage wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be, because whoever was playing it just didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah.
And I think that is probably a part of a lot of your issues with the trailer too. Is like, despite the clunkiness, it was like, the guy just was not playing as good as he could have been. Especially coming from a dev. It's like, you'd think, like, you worked on the game, you know how it goes.
Yeah. He literally got hit by a Molotov cocktail by some random thug on the street.
Remember when he was
sad.
driving into the frickin' fire things when he was riding the bat bike? I was like, dude, how did you not drive out of the way of that? But
yeah,
another thing that kind of bugs me, and I don't know if you have the same thoughts on this, but the way Red Hood gets around is super weird.
Oh, with like the mystical jump thing, yeah.
The Lazarus pit shit.
That did really weird me out.
I'm just like, why couldn't they give him like a glider, but like one like from the comics? Like, or
Even,
he could. No, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you finish and then I'll tell you.
Even Nightwing's traversal was weird too, because it's just him pulling out his Fortnite glider.
Yeah, Fortnite glider, exactly.
That was the first thing I saw people talking about on Twitter, and made me laugh.
Yep. Well, like, here's the thing, it's like, even something for Red Hood, like, what would have really made sense was, would be, well, he was resurrected by the League of Assassins, and he could have had one of those, like, you pick a location and you can, like, use that smoke mist shit, and he just, like, clicks it and he travels there.
Yeah.
Like, that would have made way more sense, rather than me just, like, jumping around the damn city. Like Hulk.
In the air. Like,
it literally reminds me of Hulk, like, jumping far distances.
a little bit, yeah.
I don't know, it's just really weird.
Yeah, I know. The gameplay as a whole is like, it was not like, it was fine, but like there was just these little like things about it which
Bug
I'm
me.
hoping either gets, fixed up.
Yeah. Well, we can already
Hopefully
tell
it's just
though.
gonna be super smooth.
Yeah. Well, there's already some things that we can tell were different from the original gameplay trailer that we got. So, for example, they got rid of the health bars above the enemies' heads, and the numbers popping out of nowhere, which I was fine with because I didn't like that initially. Takes up too much space, and it just looked strange. But
Yeah.
that was one of the big changes. But another thing that I kind of found weird was basically it's probably for all the characters as well, as Red Hood has like a grapnel boost kind of thing where he can go up in the air with his grapnel gun. But it's not so much I have a problem with that as so much the animation as a whole. It just looks really like, it feels like, oh shit. It feels like almost it's a completely different frame of him like leaping up into the air. It just doesn't feel put together. if you know what I
I
mean.
feel like with a lot of these kind of animations, like they didn't really think about what they were doing. Like when they showed off the fast travel later in the trailer, and you see Nightwing just like he dismounts from the fast travel, he's falling towards the top of this building, and then all of a sudden he just shoots a grappling hook into the air to catch himself. It's like,
Yeah.
that shit could have been like worked out differently.
Yeah.
Like so, yeah.
Hey everyone in the chat, I hope you guys are doing good.
Like QA, but
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still really excited for this game. Like, I still enjoyed the gameplay. Like, there was a lot I did like.
Yeah.
I thought Nightwing was really cool. His gameplay was it was fine.
Yeah.
Especially the combat for Nightwing, I really liked. There was one thing about Nightwing's combat, though, that I did not like, and I think it's not so much the combat, but it's the animation of the combat, of how he's literally like electric sliding to his opponents. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, that's not even right. That just looks wrong. So
one part of that made me laugh more than anything is just like the guy playing was just flipping around the whole time. Wee. Like, literally, when he's not hitting somebody, he's just flipping over to the next person to hit.
Yeah.
So
I'm glad they brought back dual team takedowns, though. And it looks very similar to the Arkham Knight ones. The way that one character holds the other, and then they kind of leap on top. But for someone like me, and I know Marvel's similar, is like, I'm not planning on co-oping this story the first time around at all.
No, I'm going for a solo experience first, and then afterwards, like, say, for missions, or even if I'm just going to replay the story again with other people, then I'm probably just going to be playing with you guys, assuming cross-platform co-op is a thing, or we have similar consoles.
Here's the thing I was going to touch on is, like, I think that it would be super wise to have crossplay at this point, because not a lot of people have next-gen consoles, and if that's the case and people have PCs, they're just going to buy it for PC. And it's like, it's only fair to the player. It's like, well, at least have crossplay so that people that don't have PS4 or PS5s and Xboxes, or if someone has one or the other and you have a friend that doesn't have the other, you can still play with each other. That would make it fair for everyone playing. So it's like, at least no one's left out. Because, like, if one of you guys don't have a PS5 or an Xbox, it's like, I can't play with any of you. So...
Yeah, no. Should we get into that next?
Yeah, sure, since we're on the topic.
The game is no longer coming to both PS4 and Xbox One. Yeah. They're not going to make much money with this game.
No. It's going to be a financial flop.
Yeah.
And I don't know if
I feel like we're just going to have another Guardians situation where the Guardians of the Galaxy game, it's a really good game. Like, I really enjoy it. And so did a lot of other people. But it didn't really meet the financial, standard that Square wanted. So I feel like it's just going to be the same thing for WB.
And that would really...
I know we were kind of talking about this earlier, but, like, I had an issue with it because, like, the only ways that I'm probably going to be able to play it now is either on PC or I'll have to shell out and buy, like, a PlayStation 5, which I really don't want to do.
Right.
And I know they said that it was for... I did look this up. They did say it was for, to get the best, performance and all that kind of stuff, the best output for the game. Mm-hmm. But, it'd be one thing if PlayStation 5s and Xbox Series X's were more readily available. Because then I'd be like, okay, sure, like, I can understand that. But the fact that it's been 2 years and barely anybody has these consoles, it's not really great. So, yeah, it's not a good marketing strategy.
Yeah. It's just, and I don't know how much of it was their decision or WB's decision, to be quite honest with you. Because WB, we don't even need to get into like the decisions they make because we all know, and we talk about it quite a bit. But if it was them, I wouldn't be surprised, is all I'm trying to say.
I feel like, because I was thinking about this earlier, because just in between when the trailer came out and I was talking to you guys last, I feel like part of it was more just like deadline sake. Like they had to meet the game's quota and deadline, and they feel like, you know, we're not really going to get there by, developing all those different platforms. So to help us in the long run, we're just gonna, trim the fat of the last gen consoles and, make development easier from there, which it's understandable. And I get that, it's a business and everything, but it's not really going to help when you barely make any money to support the studio. And because if this game does flop, then the message that WB is going to take away from it is like, people are not really liking our games. So maybe like, because there have been talks about selling off WB games and all this, so maybe we should sell it off because nobody's liking our products. So
when it's like they just don't have good marketing strategies.
No.
Like, did they ever think it's their fault that people aren't buying games? I mean, if this happens and they make like relatively no money from this, it's really going to be a testament to how bad WB is.
Yeah.
Because in this case, it's like it's nobody else's fault.
Yeah, no.
Are you guys getting as bored of this as I am?
Oh.
But yeah, speaking of issues, another one that I kind of had, and I think we all shared this too. Pre-order bonuses and stuff, like the pre-order itself for this game is a fucking nightmare. Everything about it just screams scummy to me.
Yeah.
Like I said, video games are a business, but like when you make fucking collector's editions worth $300 and
that was just horrible.
Exclusive content, that's not helping your case much. So.
No.
Dangerous looking weapon. I think it's time I got mine.
Yeah, and even the pre-order bonuses themselves, like some parts of it are not really like told very clearly.
No. Like it said oh damn. It said like Arkham Tribute Arkham or Tribute Asylum, and I'm like, what does that mean? Is it like an Arkham Asylum tribute thing? Like I don't get it.
Yeah.
So it's just some of them are like, I think it's a skin pack, but it's not actually skins, it's just like a color.
Yeah.
So I really don't know.
The one that had me confused was the classic like looks for the characters, like classic Nightwing, Robin, all that, like and it made it sound like they weren't even costumes, like more they were just like, I don't know, like profile pics or something. It was just like,
yeah,
what is happening here?
Right.
Like, I don't know what I'm looking at.
Right.
And, even just some of the bonuses themselves, I'm not really too keen on. Like the
Me neither.
The custom bat bike and like
Oh yeah.
The Batman Beyond inspired costumes, like
yeah,
they don't look that great. So.
No.
I feel like if I'm gonna pre-order this game, it'll probably be just like the deluxe edition, and then that's it.
Oh well, I'm not getting the collector's edition or whatever. I'm just gonna get the deluxe.
Yeah, no, I'm not shelling $300 for.
Oh, that's such a waste. That. No. Shit, I am so losing this map. I gotta reset. Shit, that was so bad. Demolishing me. And like, I really am just the main thing I'm excited about for Gotham Knights is not the bonuses or like the extra content by any means. It's new story, new character. I mean, old characters, but new versions of these characters. And there's room for... Son of a bitch, already? There's room for interesting storytelling, so that's what I'm most excited about.
Yeah.
I mean, gameplay has to be good, and it has to fit that game, but I really am hoping that the story is not overshadowed by co-op play. Because, I mean, they did say at the very beginning of this... son of a bitch, fuck this map. They said at the beginning of it, they were like, this is a single-player game, but also with the option of co-op, so I hope they stick to that. With it's just an option, and it's not overshadowing the game.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we both said already that we're not playing this as a co-op experience to start. I want to play a great solo game. That's what I want to play.
Yeah.
I did like, though, one thing that restores kind of my faith in the fact that it's probably going to be very story-centered is the whole Belfry scene. I really like that.
Yeah.
With Jason and Dick.
Yeah, I'm hoping for, like,
Son of
a good
bitch.
narrative, even though I'm still set on the fact that Batman's not dead. Like, it's just...
Oh, yeah, there's no way.
He's either, like, a Talon or just something. Like, they're just holding him, like they're kidnapped. Something.
Right.
But yeah, the main thing I'm excited about is just seeing the dynamic between all four members of the Bat family.
Yes.
And,
oh, God. Robin sucks in Arkham. So bad.
yeah.
I played a bunch of maps with Nightwing. I'm like, oh, I'll switch it up and play Funhouse Extreme. Funhouse Brawl Extreme. And I'm just... Robin is so slow.
And that was your first mistake.
Yeah.
Playing Funhouse Extreme with Robin.
Yeah, really. Are you kidding me? Robin... Oh, I'm going back to Nightwing, guys. This is just sad. No wonder Batman doesn't have any faith in your ass. In third wheel. Oh. Is there anything else notable about Gotham Knights you want to talk about? It doesn't even have to be complaints. I mean, we can just go into things we're excited for, whatnot.
I feel like, I don't know, like, I'm looking at the gameplay, and I think, like, out of all the characters I'm probably going to play as, it's most likely just going to be, like, Nightwing and maybe even, like, Batgirl. Because Red Hood, for me, was, like, I get that he's the heavy character, but, like, his gameplay was just, like, it's a little bit too slow, and, like, with Red Hood, especially, it was at its most clunky, so...
Yeah.
And Tim, I mean, who gives a shit about Tim Drake?
Right.
Like, but yeah, like, I didn't really find much of Tim Drake's gameplay that made... Sure, play as him.
Right. Me neither.
Yeah, I feel like my expectations for this game, like...
Mine are low, to be quite honest with you.
Mine are... Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm really excited for it, but I'm not putting full faith in it that it's going to be a really good game.
No. Yeah, my bar is low.
Yeah.
And if it turns out to be a really good game, then, you know, it's good.
Right.
Like I said in the video that's not out yet, I don't want these games to be bad, but,
right.
you know, when it looks bad, you know, it's not really giving me much of a good impression. So.
Yeah. Well, I would say, actually, too, I wanted to add that I'm also going to be maining as either Nightwing or Batgirl. Those are the only two, and we haven't even really seen too much of Batgirl at all since the first gameplay trailer. Actually, we haven't seen anything. But
yeah.
I'm a huge Batgirl fan. I love her character. And, oh my god, that was close. So I really am looking forward to kind of seeing what they do with her in that game. But her or Nightwing, I'm definitely maining as. And I'm not going to be doing an overabundance of dumbass flips like that dev.
Yeah.
They're cool, but they're not all of Nightwing, buddy. Take a break.
I'm gonna try and refrain from using the Fortnite glider as well.
Yeah, really. I'm just gonna grapple around, to be honest with you. I know.
Yeah,
why would they?
That too.
But
I don't
to be honest with. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, that was it.
Oh, I was just gonna say I'm really more excited right now for the build-up to the game, like all the stuff with Speaking Nerd that we'll be able to talk about as it gets closer. And just that overall, I love games that are coming out kind of the beginning of fall, because it gives the end of the summer something really fun to look forward to and to talk about, especially when you're doing podcasts and stuff. I'm just really looking forward to it. And I hope it lives up to the hopes of it being a good game. Sorry, I like sped through that like Sonic. A good game. Whoa! I was not paying attention. But yeah, so I'm probably though gonna main as Nightwing first, for sure. I mean, I'm gonna main in at least once as each character, but Nightwing's probably gonna be my first pick.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree too. It's like Red Hood looks clunky as hell, and he just looks big.
Look at you. How can you beat me?
Yeah, it's like I don't get why they made him like super buff when it's just like it doesn't really add much.
No.
So, not to mention too, like it's weird seeing that buff of a Jason and then hearing Steve-O Young's voice coming out of that.
Oh, I know. It was
didn't
so
really
weird.
match.
It was so weird.
Yeah, it didn't really fit, at least for me.
I agree.
But yeah, I told AJ this because we were, talking and working on certain things. But when the game comes out, I mean, we're gonna do a first impressions.
Oh yeah, for
on my
sure.
channel, all of us together talking about the game, and then I told him at one point, when the time comes, I'm probably gonna review the game and have you guys join me with that as well. So. That would be like a fun kind of collab.
Oh yeah,
for the ages.
it will. Yeah. And like, that's the thing. A lot of that's going to be really fun too. I mean, regardless of outcome, if it's a bad game, we can just shit all over it. And if it's a great game, we can just praise it together. And if it's mid, then it's mid. Unfortunately. I think that's the worst kind of game, though, is when something's mid. It's like undecided if it's good or bad. It's just meh. I'd rather have either a great game or at least a game that knows what it is. If it's shit, it's shit.
Yeah.
So, I'm just hoping it's one or the other. Preferably great.
I know.
Whoa. I mean, look, like, they have a great blueprint of how to tell a story with Arkham Origins. They did a good job on Arkham Origins. Like, very solid job for not being the creators and taking with what they had. And now they're starting from the ground up and giving us an original story from them. So this is a good time for them to showcase that if this does well, then they should be considered a major asset to WB, and not just like a side project kind of thing.
Yeah, not a kidney stone. Like,
Right, not an Arkham Origins maker. Like, this would give them the ability to be able to say, hey, like, we made a great game, we can make our own Batman game. Like, that's how good we are. Like, that's what I want. I want this game to be that good to where WB's like, they can make a Batman game. Like...
yeah. Yeah, my fear, which I don't want to happen, is that the game, like, doesn't perform as well as they hoped. And then they're just like, well, because the game was bad financially, no more WB Montreal.
Right.
Or shut that down. So, hoping that doesn't happen. I'm hoping, you know, it's good, you know, the story's good, the gameplay's fun. I'm hoping that if, say, we do play co-op, that it's fun and not just like, just bad. So,
well, I think a lot of the co-op experience too will come from just us having fun playing together rather than it actually being like necessarily great as a game mode, to be quite honest with you. I mean, the way it looks is it's gonna perform exactly the same as single player would. It doesn't look like there's any differences.
Which I doubt, but
right.
It's not...
But like, I think just like if you and I were to play and like stream it together or something, or just play on our own time, which would probably be even funner sometimes. I think playing on your own time is funner than streaming. But
oh yeah, of course.
Whenever we play together, it's gonna be like, it's just gonna be us shooting the shit and like playing. It's not like, I'm not gonna play it as like full on seriousness, like we're playing Gotham Knights, we can't screw up, that kind of thing. I want to play this co-op to have fun, and it'll be interesting to see a free roamable world with the Bat family, of actually playing with real players in real time.
Yeah.
That's the interesting part. You know what would suck?
An actual Batman GTA clone.
Right. Another thing, though, that kind of is irritating me, though, that I kind of wanted to bring up real quick is the city does not look that lively. It actually really doesn't look lively at all. There's like no cars at all. There's no cars driving. Like there's one that'll pass by. It's a lot smaller
than I imagined too.
Yeah. Well, I know that there's like 3 different islands because they didn't go to the other spots. They only stayed on like that one. But because that place in the background with that huge ass building, I know that that is a playable area because they had it in like the screenshots of the game. But still, like, it doesn't feel as lively. They're like, it is a living, breathing city, and I'm like, it doesn't look like it is. It kind of feels dead.
Yeah.
So I hope that I hope that this is just from the work in progress thing, that it's like that. Because I desperately Gotham. Like, interact with the civilians. Like,
your mother won't recognize you when we're finished with
I don't know.
I mean, I'm not expecting it to be like Spider-Man PS4 levels of like interactive, but like
no, but at least
it would be nice to have something.
Yeah, and like I don't need to talk to the civilians or anything, but at least maybe like have the civilians acknowledge that there's shit going on around them, and oh my God, there's Nightwing. Look, it's Nightwing. Or
yeah,
have
just
cars
even walking down the street like is just something that goes a long way.
Yeah.
You know, cars driving around, like just anything.
I think cars driving around is the biggest one. Especially if they give it like Spider-Man PS4, they were honking at each other, and like it wasn't totally interactive to the player, but it's like it felt like it was alive because things were actually going on. And I think you need that in fuck off, you two-faced scum. Sorry. It's like you need that because that was the thing about the Arkham games, is it didn't feel like you were. It was almost like you weren't really there because it was so dead.
Well, part of that was like they made excuses for why they weren't there, but the excuses were really lame.
They were so bad.
I was like,
we need to evacuate the city. Like, oh.
it's snowing really bad out.
Oh,
Don't
that
come
was so
outside."
bad. That was so bad. That's the worst one.
I know.
I always forget about Arkham Origins' lame-ass excuse. We highly recommend that you stay inside from the snow... Bro, I've seen worse snowstorms in Pennsylvania than that shit. Give me a break. And you live in Canada. That is, like, way worse than anything down here.
It's basically a blizzard every day.
Mm-hmm. And I'm like, this Arkham Origins shit is nothing. So,
Yeah, no.
it's just a lame excuse to not have NPCs walking around. But my question would be like, why wouldn't you want NPCs walking around? It makes the player feel more involved in the city.
Makes the world feel lively. Like
Right.
something.
Right. So I'm hoping that it's more lively than what it looks like. No, you're good. In the gameplay trailers.
Yeah.
Because the first trailer that we got of Batgirl driving looked a lot better. It was like there was cars crashing. There's people running, but then this one, it looked like super dead and bleak. So I really don't know what the deal is. But no, go ahead. My bad. There we go. Okay, we got 3 stars. 3 question marks, sorry guys. We're so close to platinuming Asylum too, guys. I think I have 2 more challenge maps to get 3 bats on, 3 trophies, and they're both Predator maps and they're both extreme maps. So I think I got the hardest one out of the way, which is the Silent Night one on extreme. That is the worst one. It is so difficult, the timing that you have to do for the line launcher attack. And for the explosive gel one. Like, you have to do everything... You have to do everything within a minute. Within 2 minutes, anyway. Not a minute. But it's difficult. I think Marvel's internet might have gone out. So what do you guys think of the new Gotham Knights gameplay? I know Buff Boy said... He hopes it's not like Marvel's Avengers. I'm in the same boat. I don't think anyone wants it to be like Marvel's Avengers as well. It's like, that could be the worst possible thing. Already, though, just judging from this gameplay, it looks better and more interesting than Avengers ever did. Like, even the little cutscene we had with Jason and Nightwing was better than any of the cringe dialogue we got in the gameplay trailers for Avengers. So
yeah. Sorry, ice cream showed up.
So. Oh no, you're good. But yeah, I think this game's definitely going to be better than Avengers. I don't think that's a problem. I just think.
Oh yeah, of course.
Is it going to be good enough to stand face to face with the Arkham games? Like, will people want more? Is the question. Because if the game,
I don't think it'll compare to the Arkham games, but
me neither.
It'll. I'm sure it'll be good in its own right. But.
Yeah, that's what I want. I just want it to be good in its own right and give this studio the benefit of the doubt and be like, yeah, we are good enough to take this on and make our own stories. Because, I mean, there's no doubt that if this game is really good, which we're all hoping it is, that a sequel could probably be even better, especially if Batman's still alive, which he is. There's not even a question.
My current assumption is that they'll find him at the end of the game, and then he's going to become a playable character.
That's what I heard a lot of people saying, too. I would hope... That would be so cool. Could you imagine? Oh, that'd be awesome. It'd be cool to have side missions and shit as him, too, at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. There we go.
Yeah, because it feels really weird to me that they went out of their way to hire, an actor and stuff just for, like, a few lines of dialogue.
Right.
I feel like there's more to that. So.
Yeah. And it just wouldn't make sense to kill off the main marketing character for all of DC. like without even being in the game.
But you know what, though? If they were like, no, we're actually sticking to our guns, he is dead, I wouldn't mind, honestly.
Me neither.
Like,
I wouldn't either.
Even if they do a sequel, like, and they focus on the characters like the Bat family more, I wouldn't mind.
No, I wouldn't
I'd be
either.
all for it.
Yeah, I would just hope that they'd be confident enough to kind of take on bold ideas in storytelling, because that's really what it comes down to. Is that they have enough guts to give us some very interesting storytelling ideas and original ideas.
That was one of my problems with the Arkham games, is that they had so many like interesting ideas and, you know, setups, and they just fumbled it. Like one of the biggest examples for me was the whole Black Mass twist in Arkham Origins.
That was so terrible.
I know. And then in Arkham Knight they were like, Joker's dead, but here's
He's not.
Here's Joker to follow you throughout the entire game.
Oh, I know.
What? What?
And you know what, too? If that was all they did, which was like he's just in your mind and he's a figment of your imagination, and you weren't actually becoming Joker, I still wouldn't have minded it. But the fact that they threw in a whole ass plot line ruined it. It ruined that completely. I can't believe I got so much hate on my TikTok for saying that game besides the gameplay is basically trash. And I was like, dude, it just I don't know any Arkham fan that like genuinely loves everything about Knight's story and doesn't think that it was a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
But we crap on that game all the time. Sorry, Rocksteady, but you did a number on that one. We're almost done with
Paul
these.
Dini go, so you can go fuck yourself.
Right, exactly. You didn't give us Papa Dini. So
Dini.
Paul Dini is Paul Dano's second cousin, if you guys didn't know.
You're gonna die tonight.
Just imagine Paul Dini with the plastic wrap. Mask on.
I actually can't imagine it. That's scary. Well, that was close. There we go.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the chat, and I'm hoping it's not Avengers, but part of me is concerned that they're gonna use a lot of similar elements to that, and it's not gonna be handled really well.
Yeah, I'm really hoping they don't, but I kind of see them doing that as well.
Like, even in the demo, like, I was looking, when it showed the different character skins, I was like, some of these are just bad.
Yeah, I agree.
Arkham City is gonna be the last thing you see.
I think that's why it's going to be better when, like, the player can actually just mod their own, rather than using the presets.
Yeah.
Because I am so not using presets. Like, anybody that knows me knows that if there's a game where you can customize things, and they give you presets, never use the damn presets.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna make some comic-ass Nightwing suits. I'm gonna make the 80s one for sure. Or the 70s one, I'm sorry. Y'all know I'm making the Brave and the Bold one.
We need, 70s disco Nightwing for Gotham Knight.
Comment F in the chat for 70s disco Nightwing.
There was one for Red Hood which looked really badass, I thought, where it was like he had the mask, the red logo, and then the rest of it was like all black.
Yes,
I was like,
that was a
looks
good one.
pretty fucking rad.
Yeah. I just don't like the one that the guy was maining as in that. I didn't like. It had like the white accents. I just didn't like it at all. It doesn't fit for Red Hood. Like Red Hood should be a mixture of grays, blacks, and reds with some brown. I guess you can throw in with the hoodie and everything.
Yeah, the jacket. Yeah.
Like, I really like Arkham Knight's design of Red Hood. But the design that is the best is the Under the Red Hood one, in my opinion. That's like a perfect example of what Red Hood should look like. And I think what kills it, too, is the looks to the suits are going to be catered to how the characters look, and Red Hood's really bulky. So I don't think a lot of suits are going to look too incredible. Because his bulk is just overbearing to me.
Yeah, like
crazy.
One of the pre-order sets, I'm guessing for skins, is like classic outfits, like comic accurate outfits for each character. And for Red Hood, it's like it's probably not going to be looking all that great because of the fact that he's so fucking bulky.
Right.
So.
Did you see the comment he just put?
On Red Hood.
I know. Look in the chat to what he just said. Whoa!
Joel Schumacher DLC.
Yeah, Joel Schumacher Nightwing if he got that far with the universe. Well, that's basically what we got in Batman and Robin. That was basically the suit.
If anything, you just need to take the cape off and turn the logo blue, and you'd have Nightwing.
Yep.
I think that's it.
I think even if you took the cape off with the suit as is, you would have New 52 Nightwing.
That's true.
I mean, it's not classic, but it is what it is.
Have the shaved head too.
Oh God, oh God! Don't do a Tim Drake on me.
Oh yeah. Also, you need to have if you do Robin, Batman Forever's Robin, you need to have the earring as well.
Oh so yeah,
completes the look.
My God, I forgot about that. It's like you can't forget the mullet with the animated series one, like you can't forget the earring with the Forever one.
It's an essential part of that design.
Yes. Like, here's the thing with Arkham Knight is, like, they could have even used bad movie suits. Like, they could have used the Batman and Robin and Batman Forever suits in that game for Robin. I would have liked it. I would have used them. Like, they probably would have made them look good. But they just... I would have loved that. That would have been awesome. Have bat nipples flying around Gotham. The George Clooney and frickin' Val Kilmer suits. Oh man, I would have been all over that.
I feel like with the Val Kilmer suit, it'd be a little bit too similar to the 89 outfit, but
it would.
So if anything, I'd probably take the Batman and Robin outfit over Batman Forever, but still, like that'd be fun just to fly around with bat nipples out.
Oh yeah. Even the ending Sonar suit, I still would have liked. That would have been cool.
Yeah. Yeah,
fucking with the grill. Or no, that's the Freeze suit.
No,
they both have a grill. God, what was his obsession with grills? He had an obsession with men getting dressed in tights too.
Maybe Joel really likes to cook outside.
That's true. Proper American dad vibes.
He just likes having get-togethers and, you know,
he likes inviting Michael Keaton over. He's like, "Why didn't you want to join my sequels?" Because it wasn't dark enough.
He's just cooking sausages and drinking mimosas and all that kind of shit. But anyway, back to Gotham Knights.
Oh yeah. What are some things in the story that you kind of want to see? Like, is there any elements from the comics that you really want to kind of see brought to life in this game? Even if it has to do with like relationships between characters or something like that.
I'm hoping that Dick and Babs are a thing, or at least like there's implied relationship there.
Yeah.
As opposed to Tim Drake, which...
Oh, please, no. I love the... disgusting.
but that'd be kind of cool. And it's
Especially
I feel
if
like what we're gonna get a lot of is like, you know, disagreements, particularly with like Red Hood and Nightwing. It's just a lot of back and forth between them specifically. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really have much that I thought about seeing for that. But what about you? Do you have anything?
I just hope that. Well, I agree. I hope there's some implication that Babs and Dick are a thing. And if that is the case, I hope there's some things that happen in the story that kind of test their relationship. I think that would be really cool to see. To see what pushes the limits and, you know, how they go about dealing with it. I also would like to see, like, I don't know, let's say something happens to Babs from the Court of Owls and how Nightwing would deal with it. If it would kind of throw him off course, sort of bring back like an Arkham City moment where all Batman can do is think about Talia and he wants to just save her. If that kind of situation arises, would Dick kind of be the better and focus on what actually needs to be done rather than his love interest? Oh my god, can you just stun the guy that I'm trying to stun? Thank you, Nightwing. This person commented, what about a guest appearance from Damian Wayne? I feel like if Damian existed, they would have already, like...
We would have...
Yeah. He would be Robin. He wouldn't be, like, just Damian Wayne. And I don't like Damian Wayne, really, as a character. He's just a whiny little prick. So I am so okay that they don't bring him in. It's nothing against anyone that likes Damian Wayne. I really, actually, I kind of hate that character.
That comes to mind, like, because I'm thinking about, like...
No, it hasn't,
like,
Buff Boy.
for DLC, like, who would you bring in as, like, other playable characters? Like, maybe, like, I don't know, like... Cassandra Cain, Stephanie Brown as, like, Spoiler, a Batwoman. Like,
ooh, that'd be so
like
cool.
That would be fun.
I would love that. But no, Buff Boy, that has not been confirmed. Because obviously, I mean, from the gameplay footage today, they're still trying to push on us that Batman's dead, even though we know he's not dead. I mean, come on. It just makes sense that he wouldn't be dead because, first off, it's a Court of Owls game. Second off, he's the biggest moneymaker of DC. And third, it's just, like Marvel mentioned earlier, that why would they hire a voice actor to just do, like, 4 lines and then just end it there? Yeah. Unless he has, like, some other parts in the games via, like, audio messages or something, but I doubt that.
Yeah.
But if he is a playable character, that would be really cool. That would definitely get a lot of people's attention. It would have a lot more people playing. You'd be like, oh, you can play as Batman? Unfortunately, that would get a lot more people playing, too, because I wish people were as excited that this was a Bat Family game as, like, we are.
Yeah.
And as a lot of other Batman fans are, because it's like, these are the characters that never get enough limelight, and they're finally getting it, and people aren't crazy about this game, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
My god, Nightwing, just please work for me.
Yeah. One of my pet peeves with the Arkham games was how much they sidelined all of the Bat Family characters, like
right.
Especially Nightwing. So I'm glad that we're getting something with those characters, like an actual proper like representation of the Bat Family.
Right.
And,
my god, Nightwing. His combat's like Arkham Asyluming on me right now. It's slow as balls. Knock him out. There we go. Thank you, brother. Oh, there we go. That was
very much better.
Yeah. The way he just knocked out Mr. Hammer, though, was pretty awesome. He did like one kick. I got hit so much, I just got 1 star on the second round. That was just the second? Oh my god, it felt like the 4th. Alright, let's focus. I will crush every bone in your body. So, people in the chat, I love that one. What is everyone's most anticipated Bat Family member that you're going to play as in Gotham Knights? I'm curious what you guys are kind of thinking about in the chat. Because we're over here just... half the time we're shitting on it, half the time we're not. It's a mixture, but we're not really shitting on the game. We're just shitting on possibilities in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Nightwing? Yeah. I'm looking forward to him. I think he's the most promising when it comes to Bat Family characters. There's not much you can get wrong with Nightwing. It's crazy how Nightwing is always lovable by anyone who kind of... even in Night, where he was severely misused, there's nothing wrong with his character.
No.
Whoa. So yeah, I would probably agree. He's my most anticipated character. Batgirl's a close second. And then it would be Red Hood, and then Tim last, because I don't know that anybody really cares too much about Tim. He's just kind of a blah Robin, because his story's not really that compelling. Jason has the whole criminal thing. Dick has a similar background to Batman. And then after that, it just kind of went off the rails with Robin.
Well, I like Tim because he's clearly the smartest one in the room. Like, besides Batman, he's even a better detective than Batman. Like, that angle I really like. But,
he's just never been done well. I think that's what kind of, like, in the games, I mean. So he's just kind of, I'm not expecting them to give him too much credit in this one, unfortunately.
No.
I really wish they would, because I think Tim deserves to have some limelight, but they just continually aren't doing him properly.
I feel like with Gotham Knights, what we're going to see, and I really don't want this to happen, is just him being the hacker. I was like, oh, I can hack into anything. We can, get into this secret fortress. I figured out the code to get in. I was like, I don't want that.
Give me the codes.
Now.
Whoa. That was close. Oh, come on.
Yeah, as far as characters, like, Nightwing and Batgirl, I agree. Those are my top two.
Yeah. Ooh, damn, Night Cake right there.
And then I would go Robin, then Red Hood, because, like, I'm not, like, the demo particularly did a really bad job of, like, making me want to play as Red Hood. Like, it was just really big and slow, and like it was just him shooting people. It was just like,
no, you're right. Yeah, that's the thing about his combat too, is it relies too much on the guns. At least in Arkham Knight, he still had hand-to-hand combat. I mean, he hit people with the guns, but there's just a lot of shooting going on.
Yeah. And
maybe that has to do with the person that played as him, which, I mean, that was a shit show in itself, but who the hell knows? I just hope that it's not... I hope that the player can kind of make those final decisions of, like, how much shooting there is. I hope it's just, like, a button that you click if you want to shoot. Not so much as, like, a preset combat move.
Yeah, no.
Thank you everyone for joining this episode of Intensive Treatment. We've never done a live one before, so
Yeah, no.
we got 5 people in here. That's nice. Thank you all for joining. It's fun doing a live one. We can kind of just, it's a little bit more freeing than, because we're kind of talking about it while there's people listening. So we can kind of go off the rails a little bit. Oh, please don't hit that guy. I think having gameplay going on in the background too kind of makes it more like interactive, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm just an idiot. That too. Maybe I'm just both. Genius and an idiot.
You're getting way too used to the live streams on your channel.
I hope you guys enjoyed the Harley Quinn's Revenge stream. That was kind of out of left field, I'll admit. I wasn't planning on doing it, but then I just loaded up Arkham City and I was like, oh, I never did that on stream. So I was like, oh, I'll kind of just do it real quick. And I missed all the balloons, so I didn't get the achievement, so I'm going to have to do it again.
Fuck the balloons.
Oh, I know. I'm just platinum in that game. That's the only reason why. I hate achievements like that. It's like, go out of your way for dumb shit like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, speaking of which, hopefully Gotham Knights has some good side missions and not fucking garbage.
Please.
So are you ending the stream soon, or what's happening?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Shit. I'm gonna just finish this challenge method and I guess I'll end the stream.
Sure.
Are you still in the chat?
Yes.
Can you read what Dason just put? I think it's Dason. It wasn't like loaded fully on my screen. He said something about Superman, I think.
They should do a guest appearance at the end with Superman comes and checks on them so he gets Superman game going.
I mean, that would mean it's in WB Montreal's court to do a Superman game though, and I don't really want that. I don't really want it. I don't want it at all. That would be scary. I mean,
it's just microtransaction. Superman.
Pretty good.
Pay $10 to have the ability to fly.
To have the ability to fly. That's like perfect. For $10, wait, for $30 only, you can unlock the ability to play the campaign.
Pre-order the Ultra Deluxe Edition to be able to use heat vision.
The Ultra Deluxe. Oh my god.
Yeah, because we need 7 different versions of the game to pre-order. So.
We have the standard, the below standard, the deluxe, the Superman edition, the Bat Family edition, the Super Deluxe, the collectors, Man of Steel edition, the collector's edition, the Super Collector's edition, and then the Entrepreneur edition, which is $2,000.
And then also there's the Kryptonite edition, which you get a chunk of kryptonite, which is not really kryptonite. It's more just a normal rock that somebody painted light green.
Someone painted it. It's not even fake glass. They just painted it.
Yeah, literally, it's like a rock you find outside your house, like just a normal everyday rock that's painted green.
That would be the saddest pre-order thing I've ever even heard of, if that was real. I'd be like, guys,
they did that for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. They had a thing where it's like, oh, you'll get a box with all the Infinity Stones, and they were literally just like Easter eggs, colored Easter eggs in a box.
That's so sad. Guys, this map is almost done. I have this last round to complete if I don't keep getting hit. not that many guys left. And then I'll let you guys go. I know you're dying listening to me talk, listening to us talk about...
And every collector's edition is another $80 extra.
You're gonna...
Oh. Oh, come on. Really? There we go. 4 guys left. We're gonna do this. Really? You're trash, Brock.
Excuse me?
What? Why are ninjas here?
Because why not, right?
Yeah, that's true. I was gonna say, you gonna answer the question for me, Marvel, or are you gonna leave me hanging?
I could have just gone with my usual answer, which was multiverse, but I felt like
Oh my god, that's true. Well, it would have made sense considering Doctor Strange just came out.
Oh yeah.
Doctor Strange 3 is gonna be Doctor Strange into the DC universe. Oh. Alright guys, I think I'm going to call it quits here. We're going to call it quits for this episode of Intensive Treatment. Hope you all enjoyed this. Its current state and what we think about it right now. Just to clarify, we're very excited for this game. But we're keeping our expectations low. Have high hopes. We're just not going to put ourselves too far into it because we don't want to be wrong about it. So I'm not going to assume it's going to be a great game, and I'm not going to assume it's going to be a terrible game, but I'll assume it's going to be somewhere in the middle for now. Any closing remarks, Marvel?
No.
No. All right, everybody. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Twitter. I'll link all that in the description below. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace out. Recording stopped.